Welcome. My name is Leslie Tom, Vice President of the AppExchange. I'm here today with Leyla Seka, Executive Vice President of the AppExchange. We're here to dish with you all about the AppExchange. We have a new program. We want to inspire you, and we're going to lead you down the path to success. So, Leyla,
hi, Les.
You joined Salesforce, what,
9 years ago.
9 years ago. Tell me a little bit about
how you
started.
Me.
I did interview you. I interviewed and said, you know, this woman is going to be really great for the App Store. You joined as Director of the App Store.
Director of the App Store.
And tell us about the next few
couple
years.
Of months, yeah. So you interviewed me, and you and I have worked together forever. You're a dear friend of mine. I love you. You're my mentor too. So yeah, I joined as the Director of the App Store. This was about 4 months before Apple's App Store came into fruition. So the AppExchange was relatively nascent, about a year old, year and a half old. So, and I really came to Salesforce because of the AppExchange. I just thought that was the most interesting idea in the world, you know, coming from client server and FTP sites and gold CDs, and, which probably makes no sense to any of the millennials out there. But coming from that old way of building software, I was so taken by the notion of the AppExchange and a whole bunch of partners building around Salesforce. So I joined, and my title was Director of the App Store. And I started working with partners and working with you and really trying to figure it out. And then Apple launched the Apple App Store. And, you know, Mark Benioff, our CEO, was good friends with Steve Jobs. So he gave Steve Jobs the trademark because we owned it, and then called me and said, I need a new job title. So I got a new job title. But that was really, you know, I think what's so interesting about that story, outside of the fact that it's like technology lore and it's super interesting, is it sort of shows Salesforce's commitment. We've always just been a little bit ahead. We're always cutting the edge a little bit. And I think our devotion to the AppExchange, which sort of, came up through watching our partners building interesting extensions around our SFA app. You know, when you think back to how the AppExchange started, and you were there with me.
Salesforce Automation.
Yeah, we were a one-product company at that point. We had Salesforce Automation, and the AppExchange really came into being because we were watching our partners innovate on the platform. And that was really the moment where we moved away from thinking about Salesforce as a one-product SFA company and really reestablished ourselves as a platform company. And now, of course, we're a multi-product, full CRM suite, and others. But I think that you can really see our growth and sort of our evolution as a company if you look at the AppExchange and sort of where it was, and now it's 11 years old. It's the biggest enterprise apps marketplace in the world. It's sort of amazing.
We celebrated our 10 years just last year, which is amazing. 4 million installs, over 3,000 apps. We're looking at this whole industry as being super innovative because it's a lot more than apps, right?
Totally.
It's about bots, components, and data sets, and much, much more. You know, all of this is really interesting. Everything you said about the App Store, our platform, and it was all built around the opportunity for customer success. You know, it was all based on customer success. Our partners were building all these new apps because our customers demanded it. And of course, we wanted to build more trust with our partners and provide them with even more. We announced a new AppExchange Partner Program on May 2nd. And this really provided a lot of opportunity, a lot of changes for our partners to really build, market, and sell to a massive global audience. I mean, the big thing about the AppExchange that I think is so interesting is that they have a global reach. And it's really contributing to this $389 billion Salesforce economy.
Which is, I mean, that, you know, the AppExchange is such an amazing thing to get to run. I really do pinch myself. I feel lucky every day. You and I have talked about this. But when we think about our impact, you know, across Salesforce, across the Salesforce community and Ohana and the ecosystem, but then really the impact we're having on our country and on like the globe, right? We're creating, out of Salesforce has come this giant economy, which is not only creating massive amounts of GDP, but huge jobs and just we're really sort of, we practice what we preach at this company for sure. And our involvement in not only creating an amazing business and helping our partners and customers to create amazing businesses, but making sure that the communities in which we're creating these businesses are thriving as much as the businesses. That really makes me happy, right? And some of the changes, you know, you mentioned the new program, which we have been working hard on and we're all really excited about. That new program really, we put that together, and you know this because we worked on it together a lot, but we put that together really with an eye toward the next 10 years of growth at Salesforce.
And tell me why. we changed the program at this time? Because we've had a lot of iterations of the program over the years, but why is this one really setting the mark for the future?
Yeah, I mean, I think that one of the reasons is we really realized that, we've matured a lot as a company in my 9 years of being here, for sure, and your 11 years of being here.
We've also matured ourselves.
We've also matured as individuals, one would hope, one would hope. But, as we're looking through that, it really has become clear, if you're playing in enterprise SaaS, you're playing with us.
That's right.
And it's just sort of the way it is. But there are different types of companies that are at different stages in their life cycle and in their growth. So the reason why we created the AppExchange Partner Program was really to create a program that could accommodate any type of company. Whether you're two people in a garage and you don't have a lot to get started and you just want to be near us, you want to get access to data, you want to connect to our technology, versus if you're a full-blown ERP company like Canandy, and building a giant supply chain management solution that's revolutionizing companies all day, night. We needed a program that was flexible enough to really address all of those different types of companies and people.
Right. And based on that, what has Salesforce done to really invest in the partner ecosystem, and the platform itself?
Sure.
We can talk a little bit about some of those things, like what we're building in terms of trust and the investments in the platform, as well as some of the other things like ventures and startups.
So, when we we can just look at this particular program and sort of the three tenets of it, and I think that'll be a good way to talk about it. The first real component of this program that shifted is we are valuing our partners in a new way. And in fact, it's a revolutionary new way. There's no other software company in the world that's looking across these metrics. What we've done is we've created a Trailblazer score. You know Trailhead really well. It's our learning platform, and we're very, as a company, devoted to addressing the skill gap in the current workforce and making sure that we're helping to train the next workforce and the next generations of workforces. So the AppExchange Trailblazer score is essentially a way for us to look at our ISV partners. And of course, a part of what we're evaluating is a revenue contribution, but really customer success and customer happiness and adoption and customers actually feeling like they are getting what they need to connect to their customers. That's so critical to who we are as a company. So we really wanted to elevate that as a criteria that we were evaluating our ISV partners against.
Yeah, I think it's great because it's like a holistic view of everything that we have from a partnership perspective. And we can also look at revenue, which is about half of the weighting, but also customer success, technology success, and just business success overall. You mentioned kind of our Ohana in the community. We encourage these partners to really do Pledge 1% as well. So that's the new business model that we announced as part of the program. It's kind of the first thing in our 3 pillars that we're announcing. What's the next one?
Well, and with that new business model also comes a reduced, so we're reducing our percent net revenue for our baseline to 15%. Again, that is directly related to feedback we've gotten, and also the idea that the startup community is hungry to integrate and be close to Salesforce. And so we really need to be accessible to all different types. So we've reduced our baseline P&R, which will also help those younger companies. And I think a tenet to that that's important to note is, as a program, when we've created the AppExchange Partner Program, our main tenet has been to our partners, we succeed when they succeed. It is a
great motto.
It is, and it's really an important way for us to evaluate how we go to market with our partners and how we treat them and how they treat us, and of course, how our customers feel about these relationships. So that's sort of the first new business model. The second piece sort of gets to what you were talking about, really focuses on technology, giving our partners all of the information they need and the technology they need to do business with us and make it as easy as possible for them to do that. So onboarding wizards and dashboards and more payment options and just as many technology advancements we can bring to our partners so that they can run their business.
That really streamlines all the onboarding for the partners, because we have listened to them. A lot of the things too that I want to touch on, it was really around the program, because it's really this new onboarding model which really streamlines everything that a partner can do. Like, the journey is very clear to them. They know every step of the way with these tools, which is great. We also have this partner dashboards. They could see that AppExchange Trailblazer score. And the last thing is really around kind of the Salesforce technology tools, which we talked about before. Salesforce DX.
That really joins Heroku and Force.com in a way that we haven't been able to do as much, and also creates more of a group development environment, which our ISVs are very excited about. The other key tenet and change to the program is now, whether you are building on Heroku or building on Force, we really don't care. Build where you're solving a problem, solve that problem where you can innovate and do it as quickly as possible. So another big tenet of this program is, whether you're using Heroku or Force.com, it doesn't matter to us. It's one partner program. Come in, come help us solve our customers' problems, help us give our customers choices, and help us make you successful, right? That's really a core tenet of what we're doing.
Right. I like that too, because it provides an opportunity for all of our partners to really build apps across every department, every industry. We've seen this naturally come up over the years, but now we can really guide our partners to doing that. And of course, we're seeing a lot of growth, even more so, and getting a lot deeper into the industries as well.
Totally.
So that's really solving the problems for global businesses.
So I think the really critical point is, having Heroku and Force.com together gives a power that no other software company can bring to bear for its ISV partners. As far as options, some things make more sense in one, some things make more sense in another, but really having the option to build it wherever you need to really defines our program in a different way. And I think, you and I were just talking about this too earlier, but sort of the other big piece of news that's coming out with this partner program is we have created a $100 million platform fund with our ventures team, which, and I think you and I have both seen the effects of this, but it's really interesting to be able to invest back into the ecosystem, to be able to help our partners reach the next level, and to also have our hand on the pulse of all the innovation that's going on around our solutions. And with that Ventures Fund, we can actually get more involved and really help our partners grow and move to the next level. So
it's great. Like this whole program launch, on May 2nd is really going to fuel this next innovation and next trend of innovation. And it's all around that new business model, the new streamlined onboarding, and the new technology tools. And this fund really validates and supports that whole thing. So, let's talk a little bit about what our partners are saying. So, there's a Aprika in Australia, the lifestyle developer who built
my favorite story
25 customers. Which is amazing because they just have 3 people, and Luminix has 7,000 customers, 11 people.
It's amazing, and I think that really speaks to the testament, right? You can be a small company that builds an awesome and innovative solution, and you can get it into the largest enterprises in the world by being on the AppExchange.
Right.
We do have some rigor around security review and stuff like that on the AppExchange, but all of that is a huge value add to companies because we're essentially validating them for enterprise usage. And that's certainly what our customers look to us to do.
They're always asking for security.
But I think that really shows, you don't have to be a huge company to have huge success when you partner with Salesforce. You can do very well with very little. And also because our technology comes out every 3 years. Whether you like it or not, you're getting a ton of innovation every 3 years as a partner that you can leverage to make your application smarter, to make your application more mobile, and more intuitive, whatever it might be.
And like LMA tools are also included too. A lot of other companies actually ask the partners to build that when we have that all available.
Yeah, when you partner with Salesforce, you're not just partnering with a technology vendor. You're partnering with a community of people that are really passionate about changing the way businesses do business.
That's right.
And we are not just a metered billing type of solution. We go into partnership wholeheartedly, and it's really important to us that our ISVs become part of our community, are engaged in Trailhead, are talking to our customers, helping our customers understand their choices and making better decisions. And I think this is where we really just are completely different than every other software company in the world. Our partners are our customers. We view them all the same. They're all equally important in our Ohana, and they all are the reason why our company has been so successful.
Yeah, it is the Salesforce economy is based up in this entire ecosystem, and I think that's a really critical differentiator for us. And our partners also help each other. Like we talk about this Ohana, the family in Hawaiian in terms of that. And our partners often talk about the program as being very differentiated. And something they didn't expect was really getting a lot of support and help from other partners. So I think that's just an amazing opportunity for all of us.
Yeah, and it speaks to how we do things here.
Yeah.
We work together. Our objective is that with a rising tide lifts all boats. And together, whether we're big Salesforce or a little 2 guys in a garage or whatever it might be, we firmly believe that our job at Salesforce is to give our customers as much choice as possible and help them achieve their goals. And when our partners, specifically our ISV partners that are building technology and connecting technologies to our core suite, when we all sit together and really go after the customer's problems, we've seen wild success. It's amazing. Do you know that 83% of our customers use an AppExchange app, and nearly 90% of the Fortune 100 use an AppExchange AppExchange app. So the AppExchange isn't just for small businesses or large businesses. It helps every business innovate and think about new ways to delight their customers and really engage with their customers. I mean, I think partners need to understand that when you're partnering with us, you're in it for the long haul with us. Like you've been here 11 years, I've been here 9 years. We've been working on this marketplace and this partner program and thinking about how to evolve it and change it for all of that time.
Yeah, we've done it before, and I think we are on the precipice of going into this massive opportunity with innovation.
And when we look at what we're going to do in the next year as far as creating the AppExchange as the destination for anything you need, I mean, that's really going to shift it for our customers too, because as you noted, there's components. You know, we have almost 200 components on the AppExchange. We are going to have new types of solutions come onto the system and onto the exchange as the years go on, and certainly as we look to the next 10 years. You know, I absolutely expect us to see amazing innovation coming out of this AppExchange economy and these AppExchange partners, and we're so excited to be the ones that get to shepherd it onto our customers.
I know, it's super exciting. Well, I just want to thank you, Leyla, for joining today, and so we can kind of dish about the whole AppExchange opportunity and the partner program. So as you heard today, it's really all about this new partner program that we announced on May 2nd. It's about a new business model, new onboarding tools that'll streamline your faster time to market, and new technology tools that will really help you innovate faster. If you want to learn more, you can go to Trailhead and search on ISV for more information, or you can go to joinappexchange.com and join the partner program. Thank you so much, and thanks for joining.